Well, this wasn't supposed to happen like this. Hey guys, welcome to my very first YouTube video, where I'm going to be showing you how to achieve this eye look. This is my second time trying to record this, because the first time where I did this, I kind of realized halfway I was only recording like my mouth and below. So, I'm sorry if this is like kind of an eyesore until we do this eye, but let's just get to it, because now we're kind of just stuck here. Okay, so the first thing I did before doing my eyes, I actually put some loose powder underneath my eye. This is something that I saw on Jackie Aina's channel, and I feel like it helps a lot with fallout. If you do makeup a lot and you'd like to do your eyes after your foundation, even before your foundation, you know that fallout, even if you like kind of swipe it off, like it'll still stick there, and for some people that's kind of annoying. So I do this just to prevent that, or to make it easier, for me to sweep it away. Anyways, to do this eye look today, I used the Morphe x James Charles palette, which is this amazing, beautiful, very, very large and needs to open palette. Okay. I used these three shades, as well as this shimmer shade. I also used the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette. I used this shade right here. So the very first thing I did was I primed my eyelids using the Morphe eyelid primer, and then I'm going to take this large crease brush. This is actually double-sided, but I'm going to use the crease brush and dip it into this mauve shade. So now I'm just going to take that shade and put it on, well, in my crease here. Just kind of swipe it along there. I'm going to just put a whole bunch, because I really, really want it to be pigmented. Okay, so now that's as much as that color I'm going to put in. So the next color I'm actually going to go into the Ruby Obsessions palette and take this kind of like burgundy wine kind of color with the other end of the same brush. It's like a shading precision end, I think this was called, I don't know. And I'm just kind of like tapping that into my outer V, but I'm not making a V, I'm just making like a rectangle type thing. If you can see that. And I'm going to go back with the same brush from earlier and just kind of go in the middle and blend it out so that it's, you know, nice and blended. And these, let me just say that the shadows from the James Charles palette, and also the Huda Beauty palettes, like any of them, they're all so easy to blend. Like it's so insane how easy this is. And I always tell people, because people always ask me, oh my gosh, like I want to do my eyes like you, but it's so hard. I'm like, girl, like it really, if you have some like good brushes, like a good palette, a good primer, like it's not that hard once you get used to it. Like it really isn't. Like this is actually the easiest thing right now. I'm just gonna go a little up because I'm missing some color there. Okay. Alright, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the crease using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I mean, you don't really care about the color, but my color is Medium Honey if you cared. I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to be taking a smudging brush to cut my crease. The brush that I am using is the Morphe M210 brush, by the way. Another tip, when you're cutting your crease, it helps to just kind of put a blot of color there and then just look up. That way you know when to stop. When to stop going up, when it's enough. And by no means do you have to like do this perfectly. Like I know on social media and even sometimes on YouTube, like we see people cut their crease and we're like, oh my gosh, like how did they get such a perfect shape? And you know, like that takes a lot of practice, I feel like. But you definitely don't need to do it perfectly to create a beautiful eye look. Especially considering most people aren't gonna stare you down and see if you perfectly cut your crease, you know what I mean? So, yeah. That's just that. I actually am not doing a full cut crease, I'm just doing like a half cut crease. So I'm gonna end kind of like here, a little past the middle of my lid. Okay, so now that that is cut, I'm just going to set it really quick. So now I'm going to go back into the James Charles palette, and I'm going to take this kind of light rosy shade, and I'm going to put it on this inner lid area. And then on the middle, I'm going to go in with this like more peachy like pink, more like corally shimmery pink, and put it in the middle. And then I'm going to finish it off here at the end with this like wine shimmery color. And I find that with this palette, I don't have to, if I don't want to, I don't have to like spray my brush for the shimmers to shimmer. You know what I mean? There's a lot of colors that like you need to do, or a lot of palettes where you need to do that to a color just to get like the highest payoff. But I feel like with this palette, it's about the same, to be honest. And just so you know, like I'm not lying, I actually sprayed this side, or like my brush when I used it on this side, and then on this side I didn't at all. So now I'm just gonna go back and forth just to make sure like it's nice and blended and it doesn't look too harsh. Whatever, you know. Okay. And now I'm going to take a pencil brush and just go in with this dark color from the Huda Beauty Ruby Sapphire palette, and I'm just gonna kind of clean that up a little bit. This brush, by the way, is the Morphe R41. I'm just gonna put a little bit here next to my shimmery wine, and then a little bit up here where we had that cut crease. The camera turned off mid me speaking, so I'm just going to finish this up quickly and yeah, whatever. So like I was trying to say, I'm just taking the same brush from earlier because I don't feel like dirtying another brush. But if you want to be more precise, you can take a blending brush. Okay, and now at this moment, I am going to take a powder brush and just whoop. Do you see, like, literally like, there's no fallout left. Do you see that? I'm telling you, this changed my life, or changed my makeup game, to not be so dramatic. Okay, so now I'm just going to put some color in the lower lash line. I'm going to go back into that first mauve shade first with a little smudge brush, so this shade. And I'm going to put it at the inner area of my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the same pencil brush, where did I put it? Here it is. And put a little of that color from the Huda Beauty palette at the other end of my lower lash line. Alright, perfect. Perfect. And now I'm just going to take my concealer and the brush I used to cut my crease. And I'm just going to clean up a little bit, you know, just so the shadow's not so untamed. Just like that. Actually, I'll do a little bit more on this side too. Yeah, just like that. I'll take my finger and just like kind of drag it down. I always use my, I'm not flipping you off, I just have a weird habit of just always taking my middle finger for this. Or like when I do anything that involves my finger, like in my makeup. Okay. See, now it's a lot more cleaned up. So I'm just gonna put on some eyeliner, some mascara, some liner on my waterline, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have my eyes done, I'm just going to put on some bronzer, some blush, some highlighter, and then lipstick, and then I call it a day. So I really want to use the highlighter from the James Charles palette. I'm obsessed with this palette. Like, if you don't have this, you need it. Or if you're just starting out with makeup, like, this is the perfect starter palette because you have a bunch of neutrals, you have a bunch of colorful, like, you have everything. So I'm just going to be taking my Morphe R36 brush and dipping into that color there. And then when I put on my highlighter, I like to smile because I want to see like where the light's hitting. So I'm just gonna... That was ugly, like I just went... Anyways, yeah, continuing. Okay. Although I can't really see this side very well because of the lighting, I kind of already have a feel for where it is because I know my face. So yeah, okay. Now I'll take a smaller brush, like a fan brush like this one, so I can just highlight the tippy tip of my nose. And then here on the sides. We also want a little inner corner highlight, so, oh yeah. A little bit more on my nose too, just a little bit, just a smidge. Okay, next up I'm going to be bronzing using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer that I got at Sephora. This is like a sample I got at Sephora. I like to kind of stipple when I put on my bronzer. I also don't like do contouring and bronzing as like a separate thing. I just bronze. I don't really know what the difference is. I don't really care. It's not really that deep, so. And I always take the most color. I think this is what helped me because I used to struggle with my contour. So when I started putting most of the color here and less here, I kind of started getting the hang of it. Like, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. Instead of just one line, like one single color, like looking unnatural, looking like a hot mess. Like, now I'm going to be putting on some blush. This blush is called Watermelon, I believe. It's from Ofra Cosmetics. I'm just going to smile again. Oh, this is pigmented. Okay. I usually would go for like a more peachy kind of blush, but because of the eye look today, I wanted something that matches that. I think I put a little too much. Yeah, I put a little too much. So, I'm gonna take some powder and just clean that up a little bit. Let's just do the lip while we're letting this sit. For the lip, I actually want to mix the two Dose of colors, Bury Me Too and Los Angeles. And I'm just gonna put, which one should I put first? I'll put Los Angeles first. I'm kind of wondering. Hold on, I'm gonna do something weird. little Los Angeles up there. Of course I'm gonna clean this up because I'm just the messiest when putting on lipstick or liquid, anything on my lips, actually. And then I'm gonna take another smudge brush and some concealer. For this one I'm gonna use the NARS Pot Concealer, and I'm just gonna clean up my lip. Now let's take some of that off. Oh, that was not blending good. I'm just gonna go back and forth trying to diffuse that blush. Okay, and then this is the finished look. I'm just going to put a little Morphe setting spray. Wow, my first video and I'm already Morphe. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the finished look. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too cringe for you. But yeah, I'm so happy to finally be doing this, finally be posting something. And if you liked my video or if you like me, then please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, comment if you'd like to see certain looks, if you are inspired by this look, or if you recreate it, or if you hate it. Let me know. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!